everyone. So now we're going to go through a stretch and cool down. So especially if you've been following me on some of my strength classes or cardio classes, it's really good to end with a nice cool down and just really stretching out all of those muscles you've been working so hard. So let's start in a cross leg position in sitting. So starting off with a little bit of a neck stretch. First of all, I want you to take your left hand onto the mat, lengthen through that spine, and take your right ear towards your right shoulder, feeling a good stretch on the left side of your neck, and hold that position. Then I want you to just slightly look forwards, feeling a bit more of a stretch at the back. And then I want you to turn your head to look under your right armpit. And then slowly come back up to the start. Swap hands, right hand on the mat, relax your left arm. Left ear to your shoulder, feel that stretch on the side of your neck on the right hand side. And then I want you to look forwards, hold. And turn your head to look under your left armpit. And then come back up to the center. Coming into a little bit of a side body stretch, I want you to take your left arm onto the mat and then reach so that your left forearm is on the mat, and then take that right arm over the top. Feeling a good stretch on the right side of your waist, and then we're going to swap. Right forearm on the mat, reach your left arm over the top. And then come back to the middle. We're going to straighten just your left leg. Bend your right leg out to the side. Keeping your spine fairly long, I just want you to lean forwards, feeling a good stretch at the back of your left leg. You don't have to reach your toes if you can't quite. Just as long as you've got a straight leg, straight spine, and you're lengthening, reaching as far as you can. Really stretching out the hamstrings, the calf, and then swap sides. You're going to straighten out the right leg, bend the left leg out to the side, and reach forward. You might find one leg slightly tighter than the other, which is very normal. Just maybe spend a little bit longer on that tighter side. Good, and then come back to the middle again. Right, coming now onto your back, lying flat on your back. We're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you can, bring your left knee up to your chest by holding behind that left knee, and feel a good stretch in that right hip and glute area. If that's too much for you, you can keep the leg on the floor and just use your hand to gently press that leg away, doing whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to release that leg and swap sides. Left ankle over right knee, bringing your right knee up to your chest. And then release back down. Perfect. Now feet together and just drop those knees apart. So you're feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And hold. Try not to let your lower back arch too much in this position. And come back to the start. Arms nice and wide. You're going to take your knees to the left as you twist, looking over your right shoulder. And then take your knees to the right as you twist, looking over your left shoulder. Really nice spinal stretch. And then come back to the middle. Coming now onto your side. You're going to straighten both legs and just grab hold of the right ankle, bringing your heel towards your bottom and just feeling a nice stretch in the front of that right thigh, holding that stretch. Sometimes you might find it more comfortable if you lie on your tummy in this position. So if that's better for you, you can do exactly the same thing, but just bring that heel towards your bottom on your tummy, or you can use a strap, a belt, a towel. If you can't quite reach, just fling it around your foot and pull the towel or the strap to get a nice stretch in the front of your thigh. And then we can swap legs, so either roll onto your other side or just stay on your tummy, bring that heel towards your bottom. Stretching out the left quadricep muscle. And release. So if you're on your tummy, perfect. If you're not, join me on your tummy. We're going to stretch through your abdominals now. So prop yourself up onto your elbows. You might want to just start in this position and just lift the chest a little higher. See if you can feel a little stretch in the abdominals. If that's not enough for you, you can straighten those elbows a little further, lift through the chest and just give those abdominals a little bit more of a stretch, or just stay on your elbows, whatever feels right. Hold that position as you breathe, and then release back down. Let's come up now into a high kneeling position. So now stretching through the front of your hip, you're going to take your left leg forward, and I want you to keep that spine nice and long, tuck your tailbone under, and just push that right hip forward slightly, taking a little more weight on that left leg. You should feel a good stretch through the right hip. Try and avoid overarching through your spine and taking too much weight through that left leg. You should be able to feel a stretch just by tucking that bottom in and imagining just pushing that right hip forward. Hold that stretch there for me. And then we're going to swap sides. Right leg forward, left leg back, spine tall, engage through the core, tuck that tailbone under and push that left hip forward. Feel the stretch on the front of the left hip. Good, and come back. Let's stand up. So working now on our calf mobility. So if you want to hold on to a chair or a wall, you're going to start by taking your left leg behind, both feet facing forward, spine up nice and straight. Push your left heel to the floor, right knees bent, left leg is straight, and feel a good stretch in the calf of that left leg. Breathe normally in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're going to swap legs. Right leg back, heel to the floor, bend that left knee, and really extend through the back leg. Perfect, and release there. Coming on to a little bit of a shoulder stretch. We're going to take your right arm across the body, pushing it with that left hand, and then look over your right shoulder. So really good shoulder stretch. Hold that position. And then open both arms really wide, and then swap. Left arm across your body, look over that left shoulder. Both arms really wide. And then hold hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift the arms, and look up slightly to feel a stretch at the front of your chest. And then you're going to release. Interlace your fingers at the front, push those elbows wide, chin to chest, push your shoulder blades apart. Feel a stretch at the back. And come back up. Last stretch, we're going to stretch through the triceps. Take your left hand and tap the back of your left shoulder, and then use your right arm to pull that left elbow back, feeling a good stretch into the upper arm, and hold. And then release and swap arms. We're going to reach the right hand behind the right shoulder, push that right elbow back, and release. And I always like to finish with a really nice spinal mobility, so rolling down, chin to chest, one vertebra at a time, rolling down nice and slowly, just as far as is comfortable for you. And then roll up, nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, until the last thing that comes up is your head and neck. All right, well done. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you feel a lot more mobile, more flexible, ready to start the day or having finished a long day at work. Bye.